Good morning, Mary Bethune. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, and this is our morning meeting for today. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back from your long weekend. We hope you relaxed, had fun, and got ready for another great Bethune week. Morning meeting team. This is now the third week I'm doing the morning meeting all by myself, and I'm feeling very lonely. I've had a lot of people tell me that they want to help me with the morning meeting. Well, what are you waiting for? Co-hosts, if you're interested in helping with the morning meeting, applications are available today from the main office. They are due this Friday. Fill it out, get them in. A lot of kids have said, hey, I want to be on the morning meeting. Well, you have to do the first part and fill out the application. We're hiring. We need students to be in the videos, collect food reviews, take photographs, and create special presentations. Today, you're going to meet one of our new students who's going to be helping this year, but it could be you as well. So fill out an application. This week in history. Now let's learn about different things that have happened in history this week. Yesterday was Monday, September 2nd. On this day in 1969, 55 years ago, the first ATM machine was installed in Rockville Center, New York. Before this, you could only take money out by actually going to a bank. Crazy. Today, though, is Tuesday, September 3rd. On this day in 2008, 16 years ago, it was announced that a new NBA team was coming to the city of Oklahoma City, and that it would be called the Thunder. Why did it get that name? Because of the bad storms they were having in that city recently. So interesting. I didn't know that before. This Wednesday is September 4th. On this day in 1972, 52 years ago, the game show The Price is Right was on TV for the first time. It's the longest game show ever to run on TV. Would you want to be on The Price is Right if you had a chance? This Thursday is September 5th. On this day in 1774, 250 years ago, it was decided that Philadelphia, Pennsylvania would be the first capital of the United States. Years later, it was changed to Washington, D.C., but Philly will always be known as our first capital. This Friday is September 6th. On this day in 2012, 12 years ago, soon-to-be President Barack Obama accepted the nomination from the Democratic Party to run for the President of the United States of America. The news. Here's what else is happening at Bethune this week. Character Assembly. Today at 12:45, we will hold our first whole school assembly to learn about September's character trait. Mrs. McCorvey's 5th grade class will be hosting today's assembly, where we'll learn about the trait respect. We're excited to see what you have planned for us 5th graders. Grandparents' Day. This Thursday, our parent engagement team will be holding an event for Grandparents' Day. We're asking grandpas and grandmas to bring their grandkids to school on Thursday and enjoy a little brunch together. Spirit Day. Our September Spirit Day is this Friday. The theme is Backwards Day. Show up wearing your clothes backwards. Get creative. This will be fun. Book Fair. Next week, Miss Casmer and Miss Craven will be hosting the book fair in the Media Center. Save up your money so you can get a great new book or two. Open House. Open House will be held next week, Thursday, September 12th. Mark your calendars. More information will be coming out soon. September MVPs. We hope you loved last week's MVP Kona Ice Truck Party. Get excited because MVP students who have great behavior during the month of September will get to attend a Chalk It Up and ice cream party. Don't miss out. Make great choices. You need to earn 100 PBIS points in September to attend. Have you all met Marco Green? He's a man with opinions. What Marco thinks. Today, Marco's going to be sharing his opinion on the loaded nachos in the cafeteria. And let me tell you, he sure does have an opinion. Let's welcome Marco.
Loaded nachos. Last Thursday, the school lunch was nachos. The nachos were made up of cheese, tortilla chips, and random meat. This is one of the biggest downgrades in history. The nachos last year were my favorite school meal. These nachos were cold, my cheese was chunky, and two different shades of yellow. The meat was pale and didn't have any seasoning, so it had no flavor. The chips were stale. I think nachos are easy to make. They're just chips and melted cheese. The nachos were one of the only things at school that I eat. Now, don't get me wrong. The old ones weren't the best in the world, but at least they had character. The new ones don't have any character, no flavor. I think they just need to return back to the old ones. I rate this meal a 1 out of 10. I'm going to write a letter to the food service asking them to bring back the old nachos.
I told you Marco had some definite opinions, and I can't wait to read Marco's letter to the food service. Thank you, Marco, for sharing your opinions, and I hope next time maybe you have a little bit better of an experience with the meal you're eating in the cafeteria. Shout outs. And now we'd like to shout out some special people at Bethune who have recently made our school an amazing place. Shout outs. Shout out to Sindel Boyd for being a very kind and polite student. We're proud of you. Shout out to our August MVP students. Shout out to Mrs. Ottman, Mrs. Miano, and Mr. Van Riel for their work making up NWEA tests. Shout out to Ms. Bruce for testing our fourth graders on NWEA. Shout out to Mrs. Gallagher's class for having the best attendance in the school this year so far. Way to go. Shout out to Ms. Shetler, Mrs. Maliu, and our room 123 staff for embracing and working to support a new student. You're wonderful. Did you know that anyone can give us shout outs? We're always looking for students and staff to give us shout outs for the meeting. Just write them down and turn them into me, Ms. Nakanachi. And now it's time for our joke of the week. Why was the broom late for school? He overswept. Get it? Overswept, overslept. He overswept. Ah, so funny. That's it for today. Stay tuned for next Monday's morning meeting. Don't forget to fill out your morning meeting applications and enjoy this short 4-day week. Have a cool week, and we'll see you on next Monday's morning meeting.